Qamishli is a strategically important Kurdish-majority city in the northeast part of Syria. It borders Turkey and is close to Iraq. Its northern region is controlled by Syria's government, while its south is a base for ISIL. The city also lies along a major route for relief supplies to Iraq and Syria. CCTV's Alaa Ebrahim got an exclusive look across the battlefield between Syrian forces and ISIL.
Into the deserts of the far northeast of Syria we travel, accompanying the Syrian army into the heartland of the Islamic State on the triangle between Syria, Turkey and Iraq. The dangerous territory dictates the presence of the armored convoy. We close in on the line that separates the Syrian army and militias fighting alongside it from the militants of the ISIL terror group.
The open land gives us an opportunity to detect all infiltration attempts. We are using anti-armor missiles to target ISIL pickup trucks, as they are their most common weapon. They have tried several times to take the city, the last of which was almost a year ago. They sent in over 1,000 fighters, but we stopped them.
The Syrian Army's 54th Airborne Regiment mans the area surrounding Qamishli city to the south. Local field commanders refuse to show their faces in fear of more assassination attempts by the radicals.
After the taking of Mosul, we initiated an operation to protect the city. The coalition air raids are futile, and they are designed to prevent us from making gains against ISIL. We can defend the city, and the more we control, more people join us.
The Syrian government counts on getting more recruits into the pro-government militias of the National Defense Forces to hold the newly acquired areas. Farmers are back to these fields that you can see behind me, and they're starting to farm it again. This has been ISIL territory for quite some time now, but a recent operation by the Syrian army has managed to push ISIL for 22 kilometers. The goal of the operation was to create a safety parameter around Qamishli city, which is to the far northeast of the country. Up there in the horizon, you can see that hill, Ashola Hill, which is now the front line between ISIL and the Syrian army. Tractors are now making their way into the fertile agricultural lands after fighting has long prevented them access here, planting crops in an act of faith by the farmers, who hope peace will prevail here long enough to see a harvest. Alaa Ebrahim, CCTV, Qamishli, Syria.